What is happening, people? And welcome back to Behind the Ramble. I'm, of course, Jimmy, and this is another morning brew. And I ain't got loads to say this morning, if I'm honest. So switch off now if you're expecting some breaking news. But there is a few bits I want to get to and I want to talk about. I don't know if you can hear the heater in the background. But yeah, I think this should be a platform where I sort of let people in behind the curtain a little bit. Obviously, the Platinum Ramblers I speak to every day anyway, but yeah, just for everybody that fancies watching and seeing what it is that we get up to. And recently, I've been very busy. I meant to get back in taxi. In fact, I was supposed to go back in today, and I'll probably try and go in tonight if I can. But it's just been so busy with everything that's been happening with the channel. So I've been researching a little bit in terms of tech and a few other little bits that I can do to try and improve. Spoke to Connor and Carl and a few other people about what's good for vlogging, really. What's the best tech I can get for vlogging that's easy to pick up, easy to understand. I don't mind putting the hours in to learn it, but I need to get my head around how to use it. So Connor's pointed me in direction of an Osmo DJI Pocket 3, which for a creator bundle, you're talking a lot of money. But it's like one of these handheld gimbals, you call them, with a camera on it. And you can move it around and it stabilizes and it stays where you are and stuff like that. So it's an expensive bit of kit, but again, I want to improve the output that we're putting out. So I'm weighing up at the minute whether it's worth not just getting a selfie stick for my iPhone, which is what I would have done previously, and then some plug-in microphones that you can get also from DJI or Rode, wherever that might be. So I've got a few little things to look at in terms of, obviously, I'll get a better product with a DJI full kit thingamajig, but is it worth the 600 odd quid difference that I'm going to be paying when I could use my phone, which is a perfectly good camera as well? So again, it's do you want to pay a lot more for a little margin? And at the moment, I'm leaning towards, yeah, I want to, because I want to be the best we can be. Would I do that kit credit? Would I do it justice? I don't know. It's one of those things, really, that I have to think about. And it's all sort of formed part of I had a meeting yesterday with John Asquith. We had a peer group session for my business group. Again, I cannot recommend my business group enough. And it's not a sales pitch. They're not asking me to come on and advertise them or anything like that, although they do sponsor the Blades Ramble. Just incredible. They've changed my life, really. And that sounds dramatic, but it's true in terms of organizing and streamlining the business and how I think about things. And like yesterday, they've had me putting a 90-day plan together like they do anyway, but it all stems from what my annual plan is, which I've got a lot more clear goals now for next year in terms of what I want to do. I'm not going to show you the actual thing, but like over the next 90 days, I'll be doing a time audit. I'll be putting time into building our other channels. I want to speak to more sponsors and get sponsors involved in Ramble FC if we can. Invest in more equipment, better equipment, taking more risks, increase my working knowledge of tech. That's just in the next 3 months. But over the year, let's see if I can get to my yearly objectives. Take more calculated risks. We've been talking about doing a Blades Ramble event for some time, and JFDI, which you can probably make your own assumption as to what that ends up being. I want a 5K target for Ramble FC. There's little things that I've put in here, and I'm just sort of scattergunning and telling you what I've got, but it's in front of me, so I'm telling you. And yeah, just loads of little things. I want to, put more money into marketing the platform and bringing more people on to help us, and hopefully one day be in a position to compensate them for that. But I know people like to get involved with like Ramble FC. You look at Batman Lou, who, if you follow Ramble FC, which I would encourage you all to do, please, if you're interested in wider football than just Sheffield United. But as a new Platinum Rambler perk, we are offering the chance for you to send me videos of live updates of transfers, and I'll put them on Ramble FC as a short. And Batman Lou's been doing that, and I think he had 1,500 on one of them. He's had 1,800 on another, and in terms of views. But he's becoming the face of that channel. Mark Meldrew's expressed an interest in doing it. Anybody else that wants to get involved with the channel is more than welcome to come on and do that. I want to make the Platinum Rambler package as inclusive as we possibly can, and value for money, because I appreciate it's a lot of money for people to dedicate monthly to us as a channel, and I want to be able to give back to you as best I can. So that is, again, that's something that I want to put as part of the offering, that you can come on and sort of break news on Ramble FC just as a short. As I say, you send that, record it vertical, send it to me, and I'll upload it straight to Ramble FC as breaking news. I'm also thinking about bringing back. In fact, I probably will, because Match Bingo have reached out to us about resurrecting the deal that we had with them, and we're speaking about it. But even if that doesn't happen, I'm still thinking about bringing back the Ramble FC watch-alongs. So watch-alongs other than Sheffield United. So we'll be doing Championship watch-alongs, and we'll be doing Premier League watch-alongs on Ramble FC. But it won't just be led by me. It'll be led by other Platinum Ramblers. And there's a core of Plats that are now comfortable with how to lead on stream. I'm talking about Man Mountain, Dave the Nose, Lee Edridge. I think Lou could do it as well. Jordan Motson can definitely do it in terms of leading a watch along themselves with another Platinum Rambler there with them. So that opportunity is there for anybody else that wants to get involved in the channel, as we try and include more faces on screen and give people more opportunities just to be involved and feel like a part. I know that some of you messaged me privately about being more involved, and this is the way that we can do it, isn't it? So hopefully these are enticing and they're interesting to people that want to become more of a part of it. We're welcoming 2 new sponsors to the channel, which is and that's the Blades Ramble, which is fantastic. So thank you to CT Builders, who are now officially the sponsors of the Jimmy and Cal football show. That was released yesterday before 3 Mardy Blades. If you haven't yet watched it, please do go give it a watch. It's like a 20-25 minute preview of our Charlton game that's coming up. This morning I've cut up 3 shorts and pushed those out to be scheduled to go out like 11:30, 12 o'clock and 12:30, something like that. I've also cut a short up from last night's 3MB, which I thought were a really interesting debate about the team that came out against Mansfield, and did they perform or did they not perform, or were they hung out to dry a little bit by being 11 strangers, or there's all sorts of little ways that you can look at it. I thought it were a really interesting conversation. There's also another sponsor that we've not quite finalized it yet, but we're hoping to welcome on board next month. So that's the 2 sponsors. We've got CT Builders and this one that's hopefully starting in February, and we'll dedicate a show to them as well, if that's the way that they're wanting to go with their sponsorship as well. So we're looking for sponsors for Ramble FC. If anybody knows of anybody that's interested, obviously the rates are different for the channels because of the increased viewership on one channel compared to the other. I've been very fortunate that I got an email yesterday from Midnight again, asking if I'd be interested in helping promote their Midnight Express, which is the coach that they're doing down to Southampton. Absolutely, I would. I'd be chuffed to bits to be involved. As part of that, they've offered me a seat on the coach and a match ticket, so I will now be going to Southampton. I was due to do a watch along on the Ramble with Jordan Motson and Mark Meldrew, and now it may turn into a watch party with Man Mountain, Dave the Nose, Jordan Motson and Mark Meldrew doing it as a 4, because Dave and Paul asked me last night if they wanted me to do it, if I wanted them to do it. I told them that Jordan, Mark Meldrew were there, and they suggested, like, well, why don't we all come on and have a big, see, and just to see how it goes with a few of them on screen. I know we did it with me and my dad, but we were in the same room, and then Jord and Mark will be in the same room. We'll just have to wait. And again, it's experimenting with different types of content into it and seeing how that goes. But so I will be on the Midnight Express coach down to Southampton. Thank you to Midnight for that kind offer. They'd like me to vlog the experience. So again, I'm trying to get the best vlogging equipment that I can to capture that day and not be let down by the tech or the user of the tech, if that makes sense. I've also been offered a interview with an ex-player. It's not been 100% confirmed yet as to who, or well, it's going to be tomorrow, I think. Is it? No, it's going to be Thursday. I don't want to say the name just in case it doesn't happen. I don't want to set people up to fail. I've mentioned it in the Platinum group because I think we're 99% on to be that former player. But if it's not, then obviously I don't want to be setting people up for something that's not going to come. But that will be released on the Blades Ramble. Just a great chat with a popular ex-pro, and they will also be on their way down to the game with us the following Wednesday on the way down to Southampton. So yeah, it's there's lots of things happening at the minute. I'm going to Carl Fowler's house tomorrow to start something very exciting. We're going to be recording a new project, if you like. I don't want to, again, say too much. Don't want to speak out of turn. But I just wanted to come on and update you as to what we're going off in at Ramble HQ, and there's plenty of it happening. I need to start looking at fixtures for Ramble FC in terms of setting up streams for other people, and obviously I'll be doing some of those as well. But I need to. I'm set up for the week in terms of they're all on as unlisted streams. I think there's only the countdown to kick off that I've made public to go tomorrow, but I've got hot off the presser. I've got a watch along for Charlton, which I'm looking to do, and 90 after 90 for Charlton. Excuse me, I need to set up for 3MB for Sunday as well. And then we'll start setting up the following week as well when it's a busy time, as we all know. So there's loads to think about, loads to look forward to. Let me see. We've got some comments this morning. Luke says, morning, Pat. Morning, Jimmy. Morning, pal. Hope you're good. Matt says, good morning, Jimmy, and up the ramble. Elliot says, good morning, Jimmy. Can't wait for taxi videos to be back. Love them. I know, mate. Sorry, it's very niche, the taxi videos, I'll say. I think those that watch them tend to love them, and I really appreciate that. I don't think it's for everybody, and that's fine too. So we'll wait and see when they can come back. But I'll be honest, and again, just an honest, open conversation. I'm struggling to find the motivation to jump back in the taxi at the minute. I've got that much on with the day stuff, with the ramble, and then I'm recording most evenings, that it's tough. But I am free tonight. In fact, I'm free. I could make myself free today, but I've got a lot of ramble stuff I want to get done that's just niggling at back in my mind. So I'll probably spend the day doing Blade Ramble stuff and Ramble FC stuff. And then I will look to possibly go out tonight and maybe get something recorded to go out next week. So hopefully, Elliot, will have something for you soon. And it's people like yourself who will let me know that you're enjoying the content that make me want to jump back in. So thank you, mate. I appreciate that. Mark Melju says, morning, pal. Hope you're well, mate. I am very well, mate. Thank you. Hope you are too. Still not done any fitness stuff, but, you know, it's one thing at a time. Be a pleasure doing a watch along with the housewife's favourite, the man who really knows, and the man on the mic. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. It'd be great to have you all on together. Dan says, morning, Jimmy lad. Hope you're well. I am. Thank you, pal. Hope you are too. As soon as there's a bit of movement at Bramall Lane, by the way, we'll be doing some more 10-minute transfers. We've only had Kijani Hoover to talk about, haven't we, really? We've covered Bamford in a couple of videos, obviously re-signing as well. So there will be more stuff to come. Rather than just the planned stuff for games, we'll be talking about the transfers as well. Hope you still have the chance to get Cammy on, says Sheila. Yes, we will get Cammy on, 100% we will. To be honest, it's just I've never really pushed it. It's strange, really, because again, this is behind the rambling, so I can be completely open. But we as a family have never asked him for anything, nor would we. Obviously, we. And I think that's why him and my dad are so close, because he knows that my dad's never. He's not with him because he's a famous fella. He's with him because the pals and the good mates. You know what I mean? It's one of those really that he's just another. He's just a really good mate of my dad's. He's not Cammy the famous guy, but obviously I appreciate that to other people that is the case, and he's already said to me loads of times, of course I'll come on, pal. Of course I will. No problem at all. And it feels like I'm asking. It's weird because I can ask ex-players of United or current players of United to come on, and it doesn't feel like I'm pouring them out really, or that much. I appreciate them giving their time, obviously, but I suppose they expect to do it. But it's just a weird balance, this, in terms of yeah. I think what we'll do is when we get Cammy on, we'll get my dad on as well, because you'll then be able to see dynamic between two of them, and yeah, just that. Yeah, I think they bounce off each other really well. So, yeah, I'm sure we can sort that, Sheila. I'm sure we can sort that out, no problem. Let me know as well what you think of any of the new content that we're putting out. Marked by Meldrew's gone down really well. As I say, the Ramble FC videos of the shorts and transfer news are just coming out. The Jimmy and Cal show's still in its infancy, really. I don't know whether that got lost in some of the releases yesterday because it hasn't quite had the same amount of views that it would normally get. Maybe it's just people aren't enjoying it, but I think we do some really good stuff together. So I'm hoping that people enjoy it. And if you don't, then we can change tack or talk about something else or whatever it might be. So let me know how you feel about stuff by putting your comments in those videos and liking them and sharing them or whatever it is that you do to let us know how you feel about it. But it's a fan-led channel, this, and you know that's how we've started out. That's how we'll always be. I want to put out content that you guys enjoy, and if you don't, then we'll knock it on the head because you know I've got to enjoy it too, and those are the things that we measure it by. Matt says taxi videos are great. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll probably get back in tonight. And I've sort of earmarked Tuesdays and Fridays as the days that I can do in the taxi, and then I can hopefully get those edited down and get a video out every week. But we'll wait and see how it plays out. I'm sure that's once I get back in, I'll get back into the rhythm of it. It shouldn't be too bad, but I feel like it's just been stop start all the time, and now the holidays are out of the way, then it should be a little bit easier to get into a rhythm. Lou says, morning pal, Ramble Romano on duty, up all the rambles, like and subscribe. That's right, the face of Ramble FC is here. Right, I'll call it there because, as I said, I don't want to keep you any longer than necessary. I just wanted to jump on, give you a quick update, say good morning to everybody, have a bit of a morning brew with everybody, and yeah, hope you're good. I will continue. If you like to see some of the behind the scenes stuff that we do on the Ramble, then this is what I'm here to talk to you about. So thank you everybody for joining me, and I will catch up with you soon. Up the play.